welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on my eyebrows and just my eyebrows, no other makeup. So all you're going to see is this bare face here and some brows. So if you want to see how I do them, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start the tutorial by showing you what products I use. I use the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia in the shade Chocolate. It looks like this. I go back and forth between that and the Brow Powder Duo by Anastasia, which I also use in Chocolate, which looks like this. And I also use a Anastasia brow brush. So it's the dual-ended with the spoolie and the brush. That way I have everything I need all together. And I also use the Benefit Gimme Brow to go over the brow hairs. It looks like this. And to conceal and carve out my brows, I use the NYX Camouflage Conceal Correct Contour Palette. That looks like this. I just use these two shades here. Starting the brow, I always start at the bottom. I'm going to start with the Dip Brow Pomade. I dip my brush in and then I smear the brush into the cap. That way I don't have extra product on the brush, because if you have too much dip brow, it just looks horrible, gets like clumpy, and just it's hard to blend out. So you want to start with a little amount. And I'm just going to brush through my eyebrow hairs and brush them upwards so that I can start tracing the bottom of my eyebrow, starting at the beginning towards the tail. We have lined the bottom. Now we're going to do the top. So brush the eyebrow hairs downwards. And now I'm just using the product that's left over in the cap and just brushing my brow brush in the cap. So now that we have lined the top of our eyebrow, I'm going to go ahead and brush my eyebrow hairs just how I want them to lay normally. So I brush them up and then I kind of scoop them over and down, and I like the ones in the front to be brushed up. Now I'm going to dip back into my dip brow and just fill in the rest of my brow. And I just use little flicker motions. When filling in the beginning of your brow, you definitely want to make sure you use hair-like strokes and draw hairs to fill it in, because normally the front of our brows are more bare than the rest of our brow. And so I just like to start at the bottom and make little flicker motions upwards to fill in some extra hairs. Now that I have filled my brow in most of the way with the dip brow, I'm going to go in with the brow powder and use the darkest side and just fill it in the rest of the way so it's a little more bold. This brow is mainly filled in. It's all good. It looks like I have a little like mess up right here, but really it's a pimple. Makes me mad. But we will cover it up with concealer. So to conceal the brow, I'm going into that NYX concealer palette, and I'm using the two light shades that were at the bottom. I think it was the bottom one I showed you. These two shades. And I'm going to dip my concealer brush in it. I'm using a concealer brush from Sephora. Looks like this. And I'm just going to start at the bottom and basically outline my eyebrow with the concealer. this just helps clean it up in case you made any mistakes, in case it's just not a good brow day. This will help you make it a good brow day. Now that I have outlined my eyebrow in concealer with the Sephora brush, I'm going to go in with my Sigma concealer brush F70. Looks like that. This is just a slightly fluffier concealer brush, and so I use it to buff out the concealer. The last step to your brow is to add some brow gel. I'm going to use the Benefit and Give Me Brow in number 3. It looks like this. It has a cute little wand on it, perfect for your brows. And this is just going to add some fibers to your brow hairs, pick them up so they're not laying flat. It's also going to keep them in place where you want them, so you can comb the front of your hairs upwards and then comb through the back of your hair so they're facing flat and down. So that is my completed brow, and you can see the difference between this brow and that brow. This one is fierce and this one is just normal, out of control, crazy looking, wild child. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this brow so you guys can see what they look like done together. Alright, I am back. I finished my other brow, so this is what they look like together. Both of them done. I had to put some mascara on because I felt like Helga from Hey Arnold. My brows always turn out a bit bold when I do my camera, so having nothing else on and you could not even see my eyelashes, I felt really weird. But this is what they look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I know it probably wasn't the greatest eyebrow tutorial, but I'll get better and I'll do an updated one. So until then, I will see you guys later. Bye!
Don't say you're on the road to the other side.